Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Well, after the fantastic win at the weekend against Nottingham Forest, James Tarkowski was asked about the win. He said, probably our best, really. Forest are a team that's been flying here on a real long unbeaten run. They've had an incredible season. So the way we played from the first minute to the last, we defended ever so well, restricted them to very, very little chances considering the number of goals they've got and the amount of threat they've got. We had a couple of good away wins recently, but that was special day, especially in the last minute and the way it happened. So obviously James Tarkowski very, very happy with the win from the weekend. If you want to read more on that, there is more on Everton's website. It was written by our very own Billy. He used to work at Toffee TV, so we are very proud that he's doing that stuff for Everton as well. Yeah, so if you want to read that shit, head over to Everton's website. Everton under-21s played last night in an incredible game, really. Brien Graham scored 4 times as Everton beat Spurs 5-4. Reece Welsh got the other goal. The mad thing about this was, it was 4-0 when Brien Graham went off. Everton went 5-0 up just before the 80th minute. And somehow it's finished 5-4 with Spurs having 10 men. So, yeah. I mean, the positives, Brien Graham, a player who's stepped up recently to the under-21s from the under-18, scoring 4 goals. You can see all the goals on Everton's socials, nipping in at the back post to grab 4 goals, all 4 poachers' goals, really. But an incredible game of football. Sort of shows what the under-21s is all about, really. I don't know how you can be 5-0 up and it finish 5-4 with 10 minutes to go against 10 men. I don't know how that happens. I think I don't know. There just seems to be a lack of common sense at that level all round, not just at Everton, everywhere. As footballers are taught how to be good footballers, but without sort of the street smartness that you need to play in the Premier League. I think that's one of the things missing at that level, at all teams, by the way, not picking on Everton. No, I think at all level, I think they miss that sort of street smartness of how to cope in games. The amount of games you seem to see in under-21s where one team is 2-0 up and the other team, picks them up. I think Everton last week were 3-1 down, pulled it back to 3-3 and ended up losing 4-3. I think these games tell you where maybe the issues are for some of these young players. Is that they're very, very good technical footballers, but they just don't seem to have that level of... I mean, can you imagine that in the first team, being 5-0 up and it almost finished? I mean, we'd all have heart attacks, wouldn't we, if it happened in the first team? But listen, Everton ended up getting the win anyway. They won, and Brien Graham scoring 4 is absolutely fantastic, and he's won. That certainly seems like he's got that level because he played men's football when he was like 14 and 15 in Northern Ireland. So seems like a player with a decent future ahead of him. Listen, don't want to put any pressure on him whatsoever, but we'll see what happens, what Everton decides to do next year, whether it's just stepping up to the under-21s or maybe they put him on loan, but seems to have something about him anyway. Everton under-18s actually played today. They were beaten 2-1 by Derby County away. Justin Clark got Everton's goal. I think that's 5 in the last 2 for him, I think it is. So that's brilliant as well. It was Everton's first defeat in 9 games. So they're doing all right. And again, we'll have to wait and see who can step up from that. Evan Ferguson has been linked with a move to Everton today. Yesterday we spoke about some of the players it seemed like Everton have got their eye on. Some of the younger players. And Evan Ferguson was linked with Everton on deadline day. Someone who could possibly have come in. He's gone to West Ham. It hasn't really worked for him so far. And it's believed that West Ham, either he doesn't want to go to West Ham or West Ham don't want him permanently. And it could be something where Everton might have a little look at him and probably can maybe consider bringing him in, maybe a loan deal, who knows, but that's been doing the rounds today. And finally, the big news of the day, it is Baz's birthday today, so everyone at Toffee TV is sending their best to Baz, who's currently not here because he's gone home early because it's his birthday. Fair play to him. I wouldn't have come in at all. It was my birthday, but, you know, levels, isn't it? There you go. Make sure you give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are less than 1,200 away from getting to that big 100,000, and we just want to get it done. You know, it's like counting down the points at the end of the season. You just want to get it done. You want to get it done and dusted, get over the line, and relax then. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Why wouldn't you? Lots and lots of people who watch our videos don't subscribe, haven't subscribed. Massive amount. I think it's like 60% of people who watch in a month haven't subscribed. If those people subscribed, we'd be well past 100,000. It cost you absolutely nothing, and we'd be really happy if you did so. And if you want more great videos, ad-free videos and podcasts, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description. QR codes come on screen now. See you later.